All right, so business owners, real estate investors. So, what is the biggest difference between the Trump administration and the Biden Harris administration associated with the SBA? What is the differences between the two in their policies? So that's basically I asked the question. I just said, what are the different SBA policies between Trump and Harris? Is basically what I put in the AI. And basically, here's what it said. It said under the Trump administration, the SBA focused on initiatives like the Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP, the EIDL loan, which is the Economic Industry Disaster Loans, to support small businesses during the COVID-19 pandemic. And these programs provided significant financial relief to small businesses with PPP loans, helping to keep millions of small businesses viable and employees on payroll, right? That was what I mean, it doesn't really cover in that question, it doesn't really cover because the pandemic and the COVID-19, most of that happened towards the end of Trump's administration, right? So it didn't really talk on that post. It really didn't talk a lot about what his policies and so forth were, or in the SBA, what was going on happening earlier in his presidency, because that was, I mean, that was a big, big, big thing that was helping, troubling not just the United States, but the whole world at the time, right? The pandemic. So that was the defining moment. So in opposition, it said, so in contrast, the Harris administration has emphasized expanding access to capital for underserved communities, including women-owned and minority-owned businesses. And the SBA under the Harris has seen a surge in small dollar loans and has implemented reforms to modernize lending criteria and welcome new lenders with expertise in underserved borrowers. The Harris administration also focused on increasing access to federal contracting opportunities and cutting red tape for small businesses. Now, I did a video not too long ago talking about the pilot program, the new SBA pilot program that recently came on board that the SBA put forth. Um, and like it said in that post, focus on making it easier to access SBA loans, cutting out the red tape is what the purpose is served under that program, right? Um, Personally, I haven't processed many of those loans. Have been processing SBA loans, but I haven't really come in contact with much of that recently. But um, but but that program and pilot is out there. What again, the defining moment for the Trump administration was, towards the end was the pandemic, right? And Harris administration, with a lot of the situations where, after the pandemic and there was, if you remember, there was a lot of racial strife and a lot of kind of things that was going on earlier on in the Harris Biden Harris administration. So I can see how it said that. Now these differences highlight the varying approaches to supporting small businesses, with the Trump administrative focus on immediate pandemic relief, right? And the Harris administrative focus on mm, prioritizing long-term access to capital and equity. Now, what do you put in the post? What do you think? Do you think this is accurate? What is your experience? What do you think? Would it be kind of interesting to see, as of this video today, who actually win and what would be the SBA's priorities going in the future, right? It'll be interesting to see. All right. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.